Did you do you ever just stand there, heart pounding, palms sweating while someone else drives off in the life that was supposed to be yours? Yeah, me too. Picture this, me, standing barefoot on gravel in my thrifted sundress and worn-out sandals, staring at an $80,000 Range Rover revving like it's got something to prove. The engine? So loud it drowned out the crunch of my Uber pulling away behind me. And guess who's behind the wheel? My sister, Amber. Sunglasses low, smirk higher, like she just won the lottery with my ticket. And then, cue the dramatic music, my grandfather, Arthur, steps onto the porch, white hair, navy blazer, fingers shaking like he's about to point at a war criminal. "Kayla," he says, voice tight, eyes narrowed. "Where's the car I sent you?" Before I could even open my mouth, poof, there's Mom, Cynthia, floating out like a villain in a Hallmark movie gone rogue. That smile could freeze vodka. "Oh, Dad," she cues, waving her hand like she's swatting a fly. You know how Kayla gets? Selfish. Never liked sharing. Her sister needed it more. And just like that, the war began. Not with yelling, not with tears, not even with a slammed door. Nope. It started with silence. That cold, quiet kind of silence where your whole body goes numb, like you've just stepped into a walk-in freezer wearing flip-flops. You know what I mean? That moment when everything clicks, when you stop pretending it's just family drama, or she didn't mean it, or maybe I'm overreacting. Nah, this wasn't misunderstanding. This was math. Cold, hard, calculated. She'd been debiting my life to credit Amber's since we were kids, and banking on my silence to balance the books. But not today. Let me rewind real quick, because if you don't know the ledger, you won't get why this car wasn't just metal and leather. It was justice, wrapped in black paint. I'm 24 now, but this story? It starts when I was 16. 3 months later, Amber turned 14, and Cynthia bought her a pony. Not a toy, not a necklace shaped like one. An actual breathing, high-eating, stable-renting pony. Cost more per month than I made in 6. That was entry number 1 in the Kayla ledger. Then came college. Grandpa Arthur set up funds for both of us. Mine? Poof. Gone by 18. Market crash, sweetheart, Mom sniffled, wiping fake tears. All gone. "You'll have to take loans." I believed her, signed the papers, took the debt. Still paying it off today, 6 months later, Facebook pops up. There's Amber, in Milan, gap year. Modeling dreams, first-class flights, apartment near the Duomo, designer everything. Cost? Exactly what was in my college fund. She never booked a single shoot. Came home with a tan, a new wardrobe, and 0 regrets. Me? Back to double shifts at the campus library. Entry number 2. Final straw? 2 years ago, I was between places. Crashing on Mom's couch, she told me money was tight. Said the power was gonna get cut. So I paid the bills, bought groceries, filled her gas tank, drained my savings, because, hey, that's what you do for family, right? Then I found the receipt. In the trash. Vintage Chanel bag, $3,000. Almost exactly what I'd given her for utilities. She wasn't broke, she was bored. And she used my fear, my love, to fund her shopping addiction. So no, this wasn't about a car. This was about the first time ever someone tried to give me something, without her intercepting it, without her taking it, without her selling it, without her handing it to Amber like I was just a middleman in my own damn life. Back to the driveway. Cynthia steps in front of me. That dangerous whisper? The one she saves for when she wants you small? "Don't you dare," she hisses, smiles still plastered for the neighbors. "Don't ruin Grandpa's birthday with your jealousy. Smile. Walk inside. We'll talk later." Classic script, she pushes. I fold, keep the peace, accept. The peace died the second I saw my forged signature on paperwork I never signed. So I didn't look at her, didn't flinch. Walked right past her like she was a traffic cone blocking the sidewalk, straight up to Grandpa. He's gripping the porch railing so hard his knuckles are white, eyes darting from the shiny SUV to my scuffed sandals. Arthur isn't just Grandpa now. He's the man who built an empire, sniffing out bad deals before the ink dried. I kept my voice steady, loud enough for Amber to hear over the idling engine. Grandfather, one question. Did you sign that car over to me? Or to Amber? To you, he says. Voice gravel. No hesitation. Sent the paperwork 3 months ago. Your mother returned it, with your signature. Air left the driveway. Amber killed the engine. Silence hit like a slap. I never saw that paperwork, I said. Never saw that car, never signed anything giving it away. Cynthia laughs, high, nervous, fake. Dad, she's confused. Tired from the trip. You know how she gets. Arthur doesn't blink. Doesn't look at her. Looks at me. Searching for the lie. For the ungrateful brat narrative Mom's been selling since I was in pigtails. But all he sees? A woman done being collateral damage. Are you telling me, he says, voice dropping to a whisper that could crack marble, you did not authorize this? That's stolen property, I say. And just like that, his face changes. Warmth? Gone. Confusion? Gone. Replaced by the cold, calculating stare of a man who buried competitors for breakfast. He pulls out his phone. Doesn't look at Cynthia. Doesn't look at Amber. Looks at the car like it's Exhibit A. Security, he says, close the main gate. No one leaves. We walk toward the garden party. Crystal clinking, ocean breeze, string quartet playing something fancy near the infinity pool. Staff watched us. Guests whispered. But my pulse? Steady. For the first time in my life, I wasn't walking into a family gathering hoping for scraps. I was walking in like a creditor, coming to collect. Aunt Linda intercepted me near the oyster station. Champagne flute in hand. Pity face activated. Kayla, honey, she sighs, touching my arm like I'm a rescue pup. Your mom told us about the car. Black's not your color, but refusing Grandpa's gift? Bit ungrateful, don't you think? I stared. Seriously? That's the lie she went with. You mean, I said, calm as Sunday morning, the gift she stole and gave to Amber. Linda leans in, whisper mode. She said you threw a fit. Jealous of Amber's success. Wanted cash instead. Before I could respond, bam, Cynthia swoops in. Hooks Linda's arm. Steers her away. Shoots me a glare that says, I will end you. Oh, Linda, let's not bore Kayla. She's in a mood. 2 seconds later, she's back, dragging Amber with her. Amber's holding Dom Perignon, making condensation rings on her silk dress. Nice Uber, she giggles. Did you use a coupon? I smiled. Enjoy the champagne, Amber. Cost $300 a bottle. About 2 hours of the consulting fees you charged to my identity last year. Her smile? Cracked. Cynthia's nails dug into my wrist. Classic move. Pain with a smile for the cameras. Listen to me, she hissed. Fix your face. Go tell Grandpa you made a mistake. Say you forgot the paperwork. If you ruin this party, Kayla, I swear to God, you'll never see another dime. I'll cut you off so hard, you won't even exist. She thought she was threatening me. She didn't realize. You can't cut off a ghost. I'm not gonna ruin the party, Mom, I said, pulling free. I'm just here to watch the show. She narrowed her eyes, confused, unsettled. Because I wasn't crying, wasn't begging, wasn't apologizing. I was quiet. And quiet women, they're the most dangerous. Cynthia dragged Amber to the VIP table, laughing, toasting, taking selfies with the stolen SUV in the background. Thought they were untouchable. Didn't see Arthur walking toward the mic. Tap, tap. Feedback screeched across the lawn. Quartet stopped mid-note. 200 heads snapped toward the stage. Cynthia? Glass halfway to her lips. Frozen smile. She thought he was gonna toast her. Bless her hosting skills, praise her parenting, play the doting patriarch. Nope. I'd like to direct everyone's attention to the screen, Arthur says. Calm, cold, collected. My daughter prepared a slideshow of family memories. He taps his tablet. Screen flickers. Instead of baby photos, high-def telephoto shot, August 14th, 2 p.m. Valet stand, nightclub district, Amber, laughing. Handing the keys to my car, to a valet. Gasps, whispers. Phones start recording. Exhibit A, Arthur says. The day Cynthia claimed Kayla rejected the gift. Clearly, Amber loved it enough to valet park it at Club Velvet. Amber drops her glass. Shatter. Arthur swipes. Next clip. Grainy security footage. Cynthia. Blonde highlights. Signing papers in a dingy office. Exhibit B, September 1st. Quick cash title loans. Here's Cynthia forging Kayla's signature to take out a $20,000 loan. Spent it on a villa in Tulum. And Amber's new wardrobe. Crowd recoils. This ain't gossip anymore. This is felony territory. Arthur sets down the tablet. This is grand larceny. Identity theft, felonies in New York. Police lights flash through the gate. 2 officers stride up. Cynthia panics. Pulls out a document. I have power of attorney, she screeches. I manage Kayla's finances. This is all legal. Officers hesitate. Paper looks legit. Even I froze. Until Arthur stepped forward. Check the date, he says. They squint. Valentine's Day. Arthur produces a notarized affidavit. Turns out, he says, Cynthia bribed a notary in a Walmart parking lot. Documents forged. Officers snap back to arrest mode. Cynthia collapses. Why didn't you stop me? She whispers. Arthur's answer? Brutal. Forgery alone wasn't enough. I needed a felony to activate the no contest clause in my trust. I let you run up the charges. He leans down. You didn't just steal a car, Cynthia. You stole your own inheritance. Cuffed, screaming, dragged to the squad car. Amber? Staring at her empty hands. Realizing the free ride's over, Arthur takes the mic again. The bar is open. Then walks over to me. Hands me the Range Rover keys. It's yours. Loans cleared. I shook my head. Sell it. I want the cash. Starting my own firm. He smiled. Done. Deleted their numbers. Blocked their tags. Watched the Hamptons shrink in my rear view. Not with sadness. With clarity. I wasn't just vindicated. I was free. Free from the ledger. Free from the lies. Free from the woman who called herself my mother, but treated me like an ATM with a heartbeat. If you've ever been the responsible one who got nothing, if you've ever paid rent to your own parent, if you've ever watched your sibling get handed the world while you got handed the bill, this one's for you. Drop a comment below. Tell me where you're watching from and what time it is for you right now. I want to see how far the story travels. And if this hit you in the chest, subscribe to Revenge Diary, because healing doesn't always look like yoga and journaling. Sometimes it looks like a Range Rover, a projector screen, and a grandfather who finally said, enough. Share this with anyone who's still paying for someone else's life. You're not crazy. You're not ungrateful. You're overdue. And your revenge? It's coming. I promise.